I love you, God, and I want to thank you for the life that you gave me. And I'm making this right here for anybody out there who's hurt, who got hurt by somebody. Maybe they're doubting God. Maybe they're bitter at the world. Maybe they're upset. I'm going to give you such a beautiful advice on how to get out of that. Listen, first of all, let's be clear about something. When suffering comes to your life, it's usually because of sins that you committed. So now you have to suffer. So Hashem has to make you suffer. And He has ways to set things up to make you suffer. If you're 100% innocent, it's a test to see how you're going to handle it. Now that might sound cruel that God is doing that to you, but how else is He going to really know? You know what I mean? He knows, obviously, but it's for you to know. Because at the end, you expose yourself. So if He put you through that test and you were able to stand strong and say that you trust Him no matter what, even though it looks bleak and it looks grim and it's not fair and you do all the calculations in your head and it doesn't add up, and you maintain your class with Hashem and trust Him and keep your mouth closed and do your best to not complain or gossip about the situation, then you're going to prove to Hashem that you're worthy of heaven. Heaven is not an easy place to get to. That's why it's very small. Hell is very wide, yo. The Gemara says it. You understand? Heaven is reserved only for the righteous. And with all the temptation and sin in the world, it's very hard to be righteous. But you know when you could be righteous? When you separate yourself from unholiness and you stick to holiness. That's why God told you in the Torah, be holy because I'm holy. You understand? Be like me. Strive to be like me. You'll never be like Hashem when it comes to putting your ego down. Hashem, you know how many times He could have destroyed the world with the way that people act today? Or not even the world, just people that are nasty and rude. He could destroy them in a heartbeat. He doesn't, because He has endless mercy. Yes, even I shouldn't say endless, because there is a limit to the mercy, obviously, but you get the point. So we're never going to be like that. But strive to be like that. You understand what I'm saying? So if somebody hurts you, let me give you just a couple of good scenarios for you to wrap your head around. So one good way to put it is like this. A dog, sometimes when you hit him with a stick and you throw the stick, he'll bark and yell at the stick. He won't get mad at you. He'll get mad at the stick because he thinks it's the stick that hurt him. And that's like with us. Hashem is the one holding the stick. The person that comes to hurt you is the stick. The one who's controlling the stick is God. How you react depends on you. Don't be like the dog that attacks the stick. You know, don't get mad at the person. Hashem is using that person to come and do damage to you. Even if Hashem didn't want it to happen, it will never happen. If you are not worthy of receiving suffering, you won't receive it. Hashem's not going to make you just... Somebody's going to come and do injustice to you for no reason. There's a reason. Plus, even if it looks like 1 billion% injustice, you never know. In 2 years, Hashem can flip everything around and then give you your reward. And then you look back and laugh at those 2 years that you suffered to what's going to be in front of you the next 20 years. You understand? It's very simple, man. If you just stop, take the time. Also, don't be depressed. That's what we learned from the story of Purim. That's why King Achashverosh had a book of remembrance. That's how Mordechai saved him when he heard the two people talking behind his back that they were going to kill him. And then he reported them, and then he got into the good graces with the king. And then the kid read from his book of remembrance about it, and that helped to start the wheels to help save the Jews. You understand? So in that book, we learn that you should always have an accounting, like a diary, of all the times that God saved you. Why? Why? I tell you why. Because it's probably 50 times. You won't even realize it. I remember the other day I thought about something that happened that I could have really got hurt and I didn't. And it was just totally slipped my mind. Because I have that book and I didn't put that one in that book. You understand? So you start to read all the times that God saved you. The miracle He did here and the miracle He did there. And this time. And then when this happened and this happened. And then you're going to be like, wow. You know what? Let me keep my mouth closed and just let Hashem know that I trust Him. And in the end, the God of justice will make justice. And then you're good. Then you sit back, relax to a song like this. You know what I mean? I like this instrumental a lot, man. It's very relaxing to the soul. I like it, man. So, getting back to what we were talking about, really the ultimate blessing you can have from God is peace. And the way you get peace is to associate yourself with holiness. Not get involved with people that are going to bring damage to your life. You understand? Don't keep fighting with somebody because of your ego. Let that go and walk away, man. And know you're a good person and say it's that person's loss for reacting the way they did. You know what I mean? That's really what it is, man. It's all about putting your ego down and making peace. Moshe Rabbeinu did it when he was a shepherd. David HaMelech did it when he was a shepherd. Most of the great Jews in the Torah that were shepherds did it. You have to put your ego down to take care of a sheep, no? To clean the bathroom of the sheep, you have to kind of put your ego down. You say, no, okay, so what it is. That's what it is. You got to understand, man. The way Hashem made the world, it's unreal. Unreal. A lot of things look like, if you do this, money and fame and women and this and that. But the truth is, it's the humble ones that enter heaven. It's the humble ones that reap the reward of the Torah. It's the humble ones that are able to get up early in the morning and dedicate their life to Hashem. It's the humble ones that are able to teach Torah the right way to the people, to let them know how special they are. Even though sometimes they may sin, we all sin. But as long as they're not going against God on purpose in His face, then they deserve our love and attention and affection to bring them closer and to let them know you're better than that. You're better than that. You don't keep Shabbat, you can keep Shabbat. Why? Because your lifestyle, you don't want to keep Shabbat. But if you realize that it's 7 days of the week and He's asking you for 1 day out of 7 to dedicate to Him, come on, any normal person with some appreciation will be able to give 1 day to God for everything they give Him, especially if you're a good-looking person, a rich person, and you have many blessings in your life. You're even more obligated to bless Him. You understand? So look, don't ever get depressed, man. Just always keep your head on strong. Don't ever let the evil enter. Negative thoughts, they come in forms of sin. When you sin, it creates demons, negative thoughts in your head. That's why they say he committed suicide. Why? He was wrestling with demons. What do you mean? Yeah, demons, sins that get converted into negative thoughts that could come back to harm you. Stick to God, have peace for eternity. You'll never get hurt. You'll never be upset. You'll never question anything because your life will have relative peace in it. It only makes sense. Why? You give to God, He'll give back. And when He gives back, He gives. Believe me, He gives. Look at all the evil people He lets walk around today. He lets them live because of His mercy and His love. You understand? A love for a father to a son, or a mother to a daughter, or a father to a daughter, or a father to a son, or a mother to a son. You get the point. It's real love. Accept that love and be appreciative for it. You know what I mean? Love you, Hashem.